All right, so I'm back at the house now. I pulled the SD card and I'm going to show you guys the pictures that I got after a week of being out over the bait. You remember right in this portion, just beyond these weeds right here is where the bait was, the protein block with the corn and protein supplements in it. And you can see the first night we put it out, that was in the afternoon, we put it out 8:47 that night, we had a doe come through. Same deer. And there's another one on the following evening. And then it starts to get interesting here. If you guys are hunters at all, you understand that when you see antlers, that's a good thing. And they're right in here eating the bait, which is a good thing. It's exactly what we want them to do, to come to this location so we can get some pictures and see what's out there. Now, just to remind you again, Indiana law requires that we remove anything like this bait and all of the soil 10 days prior to hunting over it. You cannot bait deer in Indiana. You can use scent, but you cannot use food bait, whether it's apples, even if it's quote unquote natural. So if there was an apple orchard back here and I picked a bunch of apples and threw them right here and then hunted over it, that would be illegal. And I'm okay with that. I don't like the idea of hunting over bait. I think it's not fair chase, and we're all about hunting these animals as fair and squarely as possible. So not only do we like seeing antler, but a big beefy body like that. And you think, hey, you got 2 bucks on camera, and he's a pretty good one here. And you realize you got a 3rd buck. So there's 3 bucks in this. Now, if you're unfamiliar, this time of year, they're bachelors. They don't care about females. They're not trying to chase girlfriends. In a couple of months, though, these same bucks would fight each other to the death, for the opportunity to breed a doe. So there's a picture that got my attention right there. That's the one. I'm looking at this deer going, hey, seems to be pretty nice. And then I pulled this pic up. And I think I'm washing out here with the light a little bit. There you go. Now you can see he's a nice deer. Now the other buck is right behind him, but I'm just going to scroll through these. And notice the body size. This ground is fairly level right here between these two. Look at the height difference in these 2 bucks. Look at the width, the shoulders. It's hard to tell to age the deer sometimes. It's going to depend on various factors. A lot of times, though, you can look at their neck region. If they have loose skin here, a sway back, kind of a saggy belly. He doesn't look to be that old, although he's so much bigger than these other deer. And they're respectable. They're young, but they're nice deer. Good genetics. All right. And here's nice 8. He's a beautiful 8-pointer. And I'm going to back it out here. He's a really nice 8. There's the big one. He's a 9-pointer. And then here's the smaller 7-pointer. There's the 7. He decided to get friendly with the camera. Good side shot there. You can see of the 9-pointer, the big one. And my estimates are going to be that he's going to be probably about a 140-inch deer. And it's hard to say, again, with the velvet on. But, the bases appear to be pretty good size. Like he's got good mass. He's got good tine length. There you go. There's a nosy buck coming up to the camera. Just checking it out. Nice young little 7-pointer. All right, and we'll get past that and we'll concentrate. There's a great pick right there. This is the one, another one that really excited me, because I'm looking at this 8-pointer beside him going, he's pretty nice. Good genetics. He's going to be a sweet deer in a couple of years. Here you can really tell the difference size-wise between the two. If you look how skinny this younger guy's face is compared to the other, he's got bigger pronounced shoulders around the shoulder blades, a lot more muscular. He's just taller. Definitely a mature buck. I don't know how old he is. I'd estimate anywhere from 3.5 to 5.5. And in Indiana, mature buck is 5.5 years old. Again, I don't really care how old he is. I can just tell you right now that he's about 140 inches worth of antler. And he's definitely a trophy for just about anybody. Take a look at that deer. He's a beauty. So this is what you want to see, guys, on camera. When you go pull your trail cam, there's a good shot. His G2s and G3s here have got to be in the 9-inch range. They've got to be. He's got nice long main beams that kind of cow horn out a little bit, so that adds a little length. Now, these aren't the only deer on camera. There were quite a few more does and even a smaller buck later, but this is the guy that interests me right now, and there's a great shot with his head down. Now, this area, there were some big deer last year also that I'd seen, some really, really big bucks that would definitely rival him. So it's good to know that's not genetically the same deer, though. So there's at least 2 really nice deer in the 140 to 145 inch range, which is very encouraging. There's a great shot of him coming up to the camera there. There you go. Big body, big wide deer, and they've got their summer coats on right now, which also can kind of tell of age sometimes. You know, older deer will be a little bit more gray, including on their face, and these guys are younger. They've got more of their tan summer coat. And there's his face up close. So, and I may be wrong on his age. You know, he's mature. Obviously, he's got some great genetics, but we'll just have to wait and see when we harvest them. You can tell age of a deer by their teeth. And so there's the other 8-pointer. He's a nice deer also, right back here. He's a good deer. Not a shooter for me, but give him another couple of years and he'll be right there. So the big one decided to come back. That's the same day. And here's something that's pretty encouraging, though. There's another great shot of him. That 2 days later, find a picture. This is on August 25th. That's on the 26th. Those are some night pics. There he is 2 days later. He came back in again. So that's a good thing. He's using the area. It's definitely his home base. There's a major trail back here to the deer, in front of the deer. Back in this area, a major trail along, there's a creek right here. And he came from along that creek before. This time he came from back here, which, if you guys remember the other trails that I showed, the other video I showed you, there are trails. One major trail this way, one this way that goes to a bedding area. So he obviously is coming from his nap time that evening. So exciting stuff, guys. I'm ready for the season. You know, getting the bow all tuned up, getting the broadheads ready to go. And exciting stuff. Very exciting. There's a really small buck coming in there another day later. So a lot of great picks. Exciting stuff. Definitely have some shooters. We'll definitely do our part also to harvest a doe or 2 or 3 this year, so we balance out the herd and put some fresh venison on the table. So look for more videos coming soon, guys. We're going to have some live action hunts where my sons and I will be in the tree stand. We'll be swapping who the video person is and who the hunter is, and hopefully catch some harvest on camera for you guys. Thanks for watching.